What is going on, everybody? And I'm not normally the type of person that likes to come on here or anywhere else and basically, quote unquote, brag about how I was correct about something. But you know what? In this case, I'm going to make an exception because of how this all ended up. So, back in, I think it was October of last year, I made a video talking about the game Hatred. And it was basically a response video to the YouTuber Review Tech USA, and I had a lot of issues with what he said about the game Hatred and his defending of the game. Now, when I made that video, I knew that I was going to get attacked by Review Tech USA's fanboys and anybody who happens to want to defend this game. I knew that would happen, and that's exactly what happened. I expected it. And a lot of the discussions that I had with people on the video, the people did not understand where I was coming from. And a lot of the people that are defending this game, or in some cases were defending this game, did not understand where I and others were coming from and why we had an actual problem with the game. A lot of the times they completely missed the point. But that's that. That was one of the I did have a problem with the game, and that's why I made the video. But there's another reason why I made that video about Hatred. Because I knew what these developers were doing. These developers took the controversial route to promote their game because they knew that this game was not that good. And if they try to sell you the game based on what the actual game has to offer in its final product, they knew nobody would buy the damn game. So they figured, we're going to go the controversial route because we will get tons of people that will buy the game just for curiosity's sake. Just for people to see if the game is as bad as people are making it out to be. Because at the end of the day, if they get your money, that's all that matters. Whether you hate the game once you buy it, it doesn't matter. You already bought it. So, I knew that's what they were doing. And the main reason I knew that is because in their trailers and their teasers and everything else they showed off about the game, they showed almost no gameplay at all. And that's usually a sign when the developers are trying to hide something. And there's been many other games in the past, non-indie games by the way, because Hatred is an indie game. There's been major retail games that have done the same thing. They would hide things about the game because they knew if gamers saw that, they wouldn't buy the game. So, I knew that's what they were doing, and that's one of the main reasons why I spoke out about the game. So here we are. Hatred has finally been released to the public, and lo and behold, I told you so. The game is basically crap. And the funny thing is, even people who have defended the game, they have even stated that the game is not a good game. Which is kind of funny how they spent all that time defending the game, and the game, in their eyes, ended up not being that good. So, that's kind of funny how they didn't have that foresight that I had about this game. Now, I would love to show you gameplay of this game to basically show you why this game is not that good. But you know what? I didn't buy the game. I didn't buy the game because I knew the game was a pile of crap. And I don't spend my hard-earned money to buy games that I know are not that good. And I'm not like other YouTubers who will steal other people's gameplay just to make their video look good. That is not how I roll. All gameplay on my channel here is my gameplay and mine alone, unless specified otherwise. So, if you want to see actual gameplay of this game to basically show you what the game looks like and everything I'm about to say, I will link a video in the description that basically goes over the game in great detail. So, yeah, why is the game not good? Oh, let's see here. There's pretty much no substance in the game whatsoever. There's no story. There's no characters. There's nothing to really get attached to. The only objective is just to kill as many people as you can. As far as I could tell, there's really no score. Although there might be, I just didn't see one myself. And there doesn't seem to be much variety in the game. There isn't like many different types of weapons you can use. There are some different types of weapons, but they don't really do much of anything different. They don't vary between each other. They all do the same thing. And it looks bland, but then again, that's probably the point. They were trying to go for that dark, grimy look, and that's fine, but it's still bland. The dialogue, the few that there is in the game, is very cringeworthy. And the funny thing is the game actually isn't as brutal as they made it out to be. So all the people who were defending this game because they like brutality and they just want to, quote unquote, according to their words, let off some steam and just kill as many people as they can because that's how they let off steam. And they like that brutality. The brutality they showed off in the trailers of this game is not in the actual game itself. And the actual game itself isn't as bad as they made it seem like it was. So you want to know what that's called? I call that bait and switch. And bait and switch is not a good thing. You're basically lying to the customer. And, you know, that's not good, especially if you were a new developer. These are these guys' first ever game. And not only did they go the controversial route to drum up attention for their game, not only did they deliver a very subpar game, they also did a bait and switch. That's not good. That is not good. The executions that are in the actual game are very bland and very repetitive. At least from what I saw. And they're, once again, they're nowhere near as brutal as the trailers made them out to be. So, there's really nothing in this game. I don't see what the replay value of this game is. I don't see why you'd want to play this game for more than 10 minutes. Or, I'll be generous, 15 minutes. Unless you were doing it for review purposes. I mean, there's just nothing to talk about. And these guys wanted $20 for this game. They want $20 for this bland, uninspired game that seemingly has little to no replay value and there's pretty much no content. I mean, I don't know how else to say it. I really don't know how else to say it. $20. Do you know how many cheap games you can go to GameStop and get for $20 that are 10 times better than something like this? Do you know how many indie games you can get for $20 that are 100 times better than this pile of crap? Your $20 is spent better elsewhere. Basically, and I'm being honest here, if anybody watching this, ended up giving these people $20 for this game, you pretty much just took your $20 bill and just lit it on fire. You basically just got the same result. And you know, I'm not going to use the excuse of, you know what, these are these guys' first ever game, and they should be given a pass. It's 2015. Game developers, even new ones, should know what gamers want, what the main consumer base wants. There's been plenty of games before that they can look at as examples to show what us gamers want. So, I hope they have taken this lesson And maybe their next effort, whatever that might be, ends up being a lot better than what Hatred became. Or they could continue to basically go this route and try to drum up controversy for their next games and try to do more bait and switch tactics. And you know what? If they continue to do that, then I don't foresee them having much of a future in this industry. Because when you lie to your consumer base, and when you pull these type of tactics, you're going to end up pissing people off. And if you're an indie developer, you need as much support as you can get. So, you know what? I hope they learn their lesson. I hope their next effort is a lot better than this, but it doesn't change the fact that this game is not that good. I knew it wouldn't be that good, and you know what? I hate to say it, but I told you so. I told you so. And if anyone who happens to be watching this video who actually likes this game, who actually thinks this game is worth purchasing, you know what? I would love to hear why this game is deserving of high scores and deserving of $20. I would love to know. I would love to see someone come on here and explain why this game is worth purchasing right now. It would be really amusing to me to see someone try to defend why this game is worth buying. Because even people who have defended this game based on the controversy have said that this game is crap. So you know what? That should tell you something. But you know what? Anyone is more than welcome to do that. I would love to hear it. I really would. So, alright. That's about it. Let me know what you think. And I will see you all later.